So my girlfriend of 7 years recently broke up with me. I thought I'd be more devastated emotionally, but surprisingly I'm not. And I'm not too sure if that's normal. So here's kind of what happened. We've been together for 7 years. She has progressed in her career way further than I have in my own career. Her reason for wanting to originally have a break, and which led to a breakup, was because that she couldn't see me as someone who could be a good husband. So financially, responsibility, all the stuff that a woman would want nowadays, which to me seemed a little bit crazy, but it made sense because sickness through health, richer, poorer, all that fun stuff. But I thought love would be enough, but apparently it isn't, and I think that's fair and reasonable. Now, what was more surprising to me was that I understand that statistically, from a stats perspective, oh man, my stats do not look great. And her wanting to leave me also makes a lot of sense. But that wasn't how that conversation started. Originally, 3 weeks ago, it was I noticed her being cold. I asked her what's happening, and she told me exactly what's happening. And then I went like, all right, so why are we still together? And she told me that we're still together because I want to give you some time to see if you'll improve. And I brought out the time period, and she basically said she'd give me a year. And I'm like, all right, great, I have a year to be able to improve myself. But then I asked her, should we still go on dates? Do you still want me to love you, affection, show affection? Like, what's going on? And she said, yeah, all of that is still okay. So I was like, cool. I planned another date the week afterwards, or relatively a little bit later. We then, last week, went on said date. I tried to be lovey-dovey, hold her hand as we go for the date, and she very viscerally rips her hand away from my hand, just poof, gone. First time that's ever happened in 7 years. I was like, okay, this is not what I was expecting. And throughout the entire day, she was just on her phone, very cold towards me. We have another talk, and we end up breaking up because she wanted to go on a break. She doesn't need my attention, my affection, my time, and the stuff that I would do for her wouldn't be that appreciative. However, if she did need anything, she'd compensate me. That was kind of what I surmised. And I didn't want to be in a relationship like that. Also because she doesn't want to have kids. I know eventually I want to have kids. And because she sees me as someone that's not husband material, it just didn't make sense to be on a break. I was like, it probably makes more sense for us to break up. For all intents and purposes, we just say she broke up with me because she's the one who doesn't want to stay with me, and I was okay with staying with her. I thought I'd be more heartbroken, but surprisingly, after the first day, I was okay. Don't get me wrong. After she broke up with me, I cried, went to work, cried after I went home after work. But then the following days afterwards, I felt a lot better. I'm like back in apps and everything, so I don't know if I'm crazy or if